Hey yo, what's up gamers? Welcome back. It is now round 7. We just got one more after this to go. That's crazy.
It went by so fast.
It really did. And man, we've had some banger games so far today.
Mm-hmm.
What's been your favorite so far?
It's the what was it? It's the max C on my own turn. What were the archetypes already? It was Sprite Time Wizard versus, was it Fluffal?
It was Fluffal. Yeah, that was such a good game. And hey, as luck would have it, we are featuring that very same Fluffal player this round. Isn't that crazy?
Way. That's insane.
And you won't believe what their opponent's on. No, you actually really won't believe it. It's not Sprite Runic.
Oh.
It is 60-card Dragon Link.
Oh.
I feel like this deck has been powerful for so long, but it's such a big brain deck that...
Yeah, that's what I hear about it.
Yeah, it just doesn't really see a whole lot of play, but...
It has to have like a good pilot that won't run out the timer.
Exactly. I'm hyped to see this one. So let's get into it. So we got Elephant number 5 on the bottom, starting things off, versus Gary the Merch on the top. Starting off with Dog into Bear is where you want to be, though.
Again, I'm not a Fluffal expert. Don't these guys usually want to go second?
Well, they're perfectly capable of going second and, like, OTKing, but they have a lot that they can do going first, too. And,
oh, really?
Maxi in 60 cards! Oh, boy. At least, Elephant chooses not to summon the Eldritch here. Saves giving up a card. And we can reset the Toy Vendor with the Dolphin effect. Toy Vendor sending the Edge Imp chains pretty good. We hit a Polymerization, which is kind of sad, but at least the chain gets the patchwork anyway. And then Fluffal Wings in Graveyard. This is the thing that really amasses a whole bunch of advantage for the Fluffal player. Draws 2, and then sends Toy Vendor, which, of course, then procs to search another Fluffal from the deck. But yeah, like you were saying before, Fluffals are certainly capable of playing first. Not as much nowadays because they lost their Totally Awesome, which was something that they could go into off of Bahamut Shark.
Was that their end board?
Yeah, it was one of the things that they used to set up a pretty big end board. But
oh man,
I mean, setting up a Edge Imp Scythe for a fusion during the opponent's turn is pretty good too. And, of course, there's always Plan B. There's 2 level 4s on the board, and you can always go into Baguska.
We love Baguska.
I don't know if that's, like, actually a thing that they do, but...
Oh. You could have fooled me.
Yeah,
hey,
this is what I expected to see. The Dagda to set up the Scythe lock. This is basically what Fluffal wants to do these days. Because the Cruel Whale hits a card on both sides of the field, you can set up the Artifact Scythe, and then you can Cruel Whale, hit something on your opponent's side, and hit the Artifact Scythe, and then you get the Scythe lock on him. And Elephant's just setting a whole bunch to not have to discard to hand size. Still has to discard the Edge Imp Sabers, but that's kind of something that you don't mind getting into the grave. Can you believe that they got Maxied and ended up on more cards than the opponent?
Unheard of.
And here we go. Gary starts things off with a quick launch. That's a pretty good one to start on. And there's the scythe. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. We are going to have to see whether Gary has opened a counter to the artifact scythe. Now, there are some cards that can do it. If you draw Cosmic Cyclone, you can hit the scythe before it gets popped. If you draw Called by the Grave, you can hit the scythe in the graveyard before it summons itself back.
It's not over just yet.
We will find out shortly. Here's the Cruel Whale. What's the play, Gary? Gary's got something. If there's a from chat, if there's a way to somehow get a Ishizu Shuffler into the graveyard for Gary, that is another way to out the scythe as it tries to go for it. It looks like Gary is very light on the Ishizu Shufflers, so I guess we will find out whether they were able to draw into one. There's the scythe. Oh, does he have it? The Called by the Grave! Oh, what a gamer! Okay. Elephant.
We have a game now.
Elephant. Oh, Elephant does not respond. Okay. We do, in fact, have a game on our hands here. All right. Let's go, Gary. Not playing favorites here, but you always like to see the scythe get outed, you know? Okay.
It's time for the second.
Oh my god!
He's just too good.
Gary just has everything. Okay, I want you to understand that Gary's opening hand here was Maxi, Called by the Grave, Ash, Quick Launch, and one other card.
Perfect hand. Perfect hand.
This is what you need to draw like to do well with Dragon Link, though. I mean, you have to have next level drawing. It's a skill that not all of us have. Few are blessed with it.
Some of us are just not blessed, yeah. Not just blessed with it.
Okay, Gary.
We're cooking.
Gary truly is in the kitchen. Boot Sector launch to hand. And the Black Dragon, of course.
Thinking.
Yeah, I mean, Elephant does still have quite a few things to chew through here. 4 cards in hand, 2 back row. Neither of the monsters really do much on the board. Cruel Whale has a battle phase trick, but aside from that, don't have to worry about that too much. Here we go for Romulus. This is going to pick up the Dragon Ravine from the deck. And we get to chain block that with the Black Dragon. Oh, the droplet, though. Okay. Dropping the Eldritch from the hand. That's where it wants to be, in the graveyard. Alright, so no Ravine for Gary. We do get to pick up another Wyver Burster. But at least we know Gary still has some plays. We got Boot Sector launch in the hand. Normal summon Ghost Ogre. Wow, okay. What's the plan here? Is this maybe to just go into a unicorn, or... It can't be that, right?
For me, I'd be like really concerned about the timer right now.
I mean, they still have plenty of time on the round. And we are playing with the long match timer here. Okay, Nightmare Phoenix.
Oh, that's true.
Yep. Okay, oh, it was a face down poly. Okay, didn't need to worry about it, but at least that resource is gone. Oh, okay then. Yeah,
hey,
that's pretty good.
This guy's from Duel Links.
Yeah, I suppose he is.
Links guy.
He was huge in Duel Links. Okay. Cruel Whale does get to save itself using the Scythe in the grave, but we do clean up the Dagda. Then next up we have Dark the Dark Charmer.
He's gonna yoink something.
Yeah, let me just take that Edgem Chain. Is that the only option? I guess it must have been. Oh, I guess you could have taken Sabers. Does it matter, though? Probably not.
Battle phase.
Okay, so... obviously, recognizing that they don't have enough to... like, get anything that gets over the Cruel Whale here, but we can ram the Dark into the Whale, and when Dark dies, we can pick up a Dark monster from deck with 1500 or less defense, I believe it is? Right, yes. And then that also, I guess, maybe sets up Boot Sector launch, main phase 2. Elephant's going to take the opportunity to just get in some extra damage here. I mean, why not? Do we know the last card in hand? It should be Boot Sector launch. Yeah, it should be. As long as nothing yoinked or sploinked it out of the hand somehow. But yeah, here we go. Dark. Fetching a Dark monster from the... Okay. Alright, Rocket Tracer. So, yeah. Okay, that's what we needed for the Boot Sector launch. We need a rocket in hand to summon it. And we can use the Tracer on the field, bring out another rocket from the deck, rocket synchron. Okay, alright, so it looks like we're going to set up Chaos Ruler into Hot Red Abyss. Honestly, not bad. Alright, here we go, Gary. Get it twisted. 5 off the top. What do you get? Oh, that does afford Elephant a patchwork out of the deck. But now we all understand why Gary took the level 4 Chain and not the level 3 Sabers as their pick with Dark. Really thinking ahead here. Gets a Levianeer, a Keldo, an Abso Router, and there's a Chaos Space as well. Gary, you are absolutely gaming.
That's incredible.
I swear this guy is just picking his draws and mills. Abso is going to fetch a rocket from deck to the hand. Now, the Levianeer is a hard once per turn, I believe, right? Yeah, and we've already used Levianeer once, so having this one in hand isn't going to really affect too much here. Can you summon it still, or... yeah, you can still summon it, so it is an extender, at the very least. And yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Yep. And that's 2 level 8s on board. You know what we do with 2 level 8s? Put them on top of each other, and we're going to continue getting it. Twisted Zombie Vampire. Wow. Mill 4 off both decks. Alright, we had... Penguin Chain Droplet Called By off of Elephant's deck, and Gary got Black Dragon Called By, Tracer Effect Veiler. Okay, nothing amazing for either, but we still get to bring back a Tracer, which is pretty good here. And we get to take advantage of this chaos space, returning Dark to the extra deck and drawing a card.
What a turn.
This is still turn 2. Crazy. Gary's taking his time here, but I think that's understandable. If you've got the time available to you, you got to take it. Make sure you're making the right move. Chaos Ruler's back, baby, but not for long. Syncs with the Rocket Synchron for the level 9 hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss.
Oh, it's hot.
Oh, he's hot. That's hot. And we're still going. For Masquerena. Yeah, why not? And ending the turn on there. Yeah, that was...
My God.
What an incredible show from Gary here. This is still an uphill battle for him, though. Elephant is drawing to 5. We know that there's a Patchwork in hand at the very least. And a Fluffal Bear for another vendor. I'm wondering if Elephant plays anything to recover the 1 copy of Wings they play. Looks like it doesn't matter, because we got Keldo triggering from Gary's graveyard. We're going to shuffle some. Okay, removing a few options out of Elephant's graveyard. We're taking the Eldritch, the Repair, and a Chain, and we're just going to put them back into the deck. Wow, draws a Chain off of the Toy Vendor. That's going to trigger the Chain. I wonder if that's the same Chain that Gary just put back in Elephant's deck. That would be so funny. And here comes the Fright for Fusion down. There's no shot. Yeah, okay. There's absolutely no way we can let that resolve.
Understandable.
Hot Red using its negate up here. And now Elephant just has to play through this obviously telegraphed IP into Nightmare Unicorn. Ooh, Burial Goods here is a good one too. Goods here basically reads add a Fluffal to hand, right? Oh, wait a minute, hang on. Elephant did not have any Toy Vendor left in the deck. Okay, unfortunate. But we have the Octo. What are we doing with that? We're gonna take the dog back to the hand. Okay. Understandable. Alright, Whale pumping itself up to 39. That definitely does threaten the Hot Red on Gary's side. Repair to summon that dog out of the hand. Man, it's like that shuffler didn't even happen. Gary put the Repair and the Edge Chain back into Elephant's deck, and Elephant just had all of the Sexy Fury to top deck the chain and could still just send the Repair back to the graveyard.
He's too good.
Elephant definitely knows what they're doing. Cross Sheep's gonna be a huge extender here, or is it? I got a feel for Elephant here. Out of 2 games that we've seen Elephant play, both games they've been hit with Nibiru. Let's see if they can play through it like they did last time.
So, anyways,
polymerization. Fusing the Octo and the Scythe into another Cruel Whale. Activating effect on summon. And we get to proc the Octo. Oh, that's so good. Octo returning the Scythe and the Wings back to the graveyard. I imagine Cruel Whale's gonna pop the token and the nib. Oh, okay, popping the Vendor. Not leaving the Vendor up so that we can get another Wings proc. Okay. I mean, that's fine. You might as well keep the 9,000 attack token if you can. Elephant adding Bear, but we're out of Vendors in deck. Putting the Bear on top to bring back the Sabers. What's the play here? Is this enough?
Oh.
Okay, just going in for some damage. Is the boost a hard once? It is not. Of course it isn't. It's a fright for a card. Of course it's not a hard once. All I can put that down to is Elephant playing a little cautious. Gary's had every out for the entire game. Maybe this is Elephant playing maybe a little bit too cautiously, not wanting to spend the Scythe in grave. I don't know. The thing about this is we're giving Gary another turn.
You don't want to give Gary any more turns.
Oh, man. We've seen what Gary can do with one turn. Now you're giving him a second? Oof. Alright, Chaos Space. Let's put back that Striker Dragon for a nice little draw off the top. Seifert. That's real good. Oh, man. Okay. Discarding the Rocket Recharger. Just gonna grab another one. Why not? And there's that recycled Striker Dragon. Remember, kids, reduce, reuse, recycle. That's gonna set this Recharger loop going. Recharger gets to summon any dark monster out of the graveyard that isn't Striker Dragon. So we're gonna bring back IP. Interesting. And then we're gonna Seafort, add back a Levianeer. This'll clean up the big-ass token, but because Elephant still has the Scythe Engrave, we still don't have a good way to out the whale just yet. Yeah, okay, Gary recognizing that the whale doesn't go down to Levianeer here, just cleaning up the other two. Nightmare Unicorn does it here. That's the out to the whale that we needed, but does Gary have enough damage? That's what we want to know. Discarding a Snow from the hand is huge. Royal Rare Snow.
What a snow it is. Wow.
It probably comes as no surprise to you all, but time on the round is coming up pretty soon. And Gary's way down on life, so even this access code talker isn't going to be enough. But access code plus Snow puts Gary ahead.
It's not a once per turn.
It is not a once per turn. Of course it isn't. I've never heard of a once per turn.
My god.
Okay, well, 2 minutes left on the round. Elephant's gotta deal at least 1,200 damage on the following turn. Is it possible?
This has been such a grind game. There's been so much that's happened. It's only turn 4.
Yeah, I'm astonished that it's only turn 4 at this point. Okay, Gary's gonna go into Dark here. That does put Snow back into the graveyard to use on Elephant's turn, so that's pretty smart. Okay, here we go, Elephant. You gotta pull something big off here. Penguin off the top, that's not enough, is it? And I believe that is time on the round.
Many ways.
Yep, there we go.
God.
Oh, wow, what a duel! Oh, man.
Insane.
The loss to time there doesn't really feel too bad. I think in the long or short of it, Gary takes the game either way, but man, what a match.
Well played by both.
Yeah, really well played. I'm so glad that was our feature this round. Holy shit. Wow. We